Good morning, people. This is Clarissa Williams coming at you live again. I got my little gospel music going on this morning because I need it. So I'm going to speak the truth. That's why that page was created with that name, Speak the Truth. I will take a polygraph test any day, any time, any place, as long as it's a third party that has never had any dealings with the state of South Carolina government, okay, to prove what I'm saying to you is the truth. And I give them the opportunity to do the same. I'm giving you the opportunity to do the same. Let's go take a polygraph test the same day, same time. All of us going there. Let's all decide on a mutual company, and I'll take a polygraph test to what I'm attesting to right now. And I want Miss Attorney Sam Weldon to do it, Haley Rogers to do it, her supervisor, Casey Shaw, because, yeah, you involved in it, and all three of the judges, Tarita Dunbar, Rochelle White Connitz, and Catherine H. Tiffany. Let's all take a polygraph test and see who's telling the truth here. So let me show you this little thing that they sent me. Now, all along, they've been continuing my DSS case, okay? Continue. The last one was February the 8th, 2022. We almost 13 months into this thing. Typically, that case, you're supposed to go in front of the judge for a trial 35 days after the petition was filed, okay? Now, let me tell you how they made a mistake. I'm just going to throw this out there. The law says the merits hearing must be held within 35 days from the day the petition was received. According to DSS, they petitioned the court on December the 13th. 35 days will be January the 17th that my merits trial or case should have taken place. They scheduled it for January the 18th. First mistake they made, and just looking at appeals or whatever, that was one of the reasons why they lost an appeal and why the decision was reversed. So it's just all kind of mistakes going on over there. Screw ups is what I'm gonna call it. Screw ups and crimes being committed over there, and nobody's watching these people. Michael Leach lets these people, you give them a blank check, which are documents, and you just let them write what they want to write, get an ink pen and go crazy with it and say what they want to say, and those judges' signatures are on those documents, and they just push them through. Nobody stops these people. No checks and balances with this agency. They're allowed to abuse their power, intimidate you. They're allowed to harass you, and if you don't take that treatment plan, guess what they do? They do exactly what they doing to me. Keep your children from you, knowing you are innocent. The treatment plan is telling you stuff you got. They had the nerve to tell me if the doctor prescribed some medication for me, I'm supposed to take it. Because they say you're not no psychologist. Because what a lying doctor by the name of Dr. John Melville started this witch hunt and lied and got it going. And Haley Rogers, it could have stopped with her. Because the law says she has to do an appropriate and thorough investigation, and it has to be in a timely manner, which she failed to do. The only document these people had was a document from Dr. John Melville. Oh, and by the way, I got it and I read it completely. That's how I know these people lied. Haley changed the statement in there when he said Naddy had not been taking her flow vent. She didn't have a flow vent. She had an emergency inhaler. She's old enough to take her own inhaler. And guess what Haley lied and said and put in her affidavit? This is a sworn affidavit. And I'm going to start producing these documents to you. Clarissa has refused to give Naddy her flow vent. If that ain't a lie, I don't know what it is. Now read it, DSS. But let's get back into this document that I got. They say second request, and I'm gonna read it to you. Now this how you know they wrong. And I'm calling the FBI and Attorney General office. Okay. It says, pursuant to Rule 34 of the South Carolina Rules of Civil Procedure, plaintiff provides the following request for production to the defendant, Clarissa Williams, for the purpose of this action. This ain't for the purpose of this action. The action is physical abuse and medical neglect, which we know you cannot prove that. By me taking my daughter to the doctor, due to the recommendations of her primary care physician, who gave her referrals to multiple specialists, me and Naddy Pooh have the same specialist because we have the same symptoms. We got sick in that apartment. They know this. They have those Mo reports. I provided both of the attorneys that I had Mo reports. I provided them water reports showing that those pipes over there were corroded. And I was informed that when your water pipes are corroded, there can be tiny pinholes in those pipes, and anything in that ground, microscopic, can come through those pipes and come up through that water, shower in it, bathe in it, drink it. Okay, so I'm sure that was some of our problems that we had, because we were both vomiting throwing up, nauseous, seeing a gastroenterologist, and they could never figure out what was wrong with us. Okay, my daughter got blood all in her stool, and they know it, and it's documented. Okay, so this is what they're saying. Now they trying to take the focus off of them, because thank y'all, my folks, for posting those videos and getting them to the General Assembly. They probably done got to the governor by now. But I'm gonna say this: any lady, if you or you got children, grandchildren, nieces, or whatever, and you okay with the government coming in and snatching your children, and they lie on a mother, how would you like them to come take your grandchild or your child, just right out, just come take her from school like they did my daughter? How would you feel? Your child, your daughter, this is my baby girl. We've been sick together. We've been there for each other, okay? And they just come in there like some Russian militants and take her from me. But let me tell you what they're requesting, pretty much trying to demand, which I don't meet the demands of criminals: copies of any emails received at the email address parentshaverights@gmail.com. I'm not giving you nothing. Those are my e-rights. That's my right to my social media account, and I have a right to free. And actually, it was set up for other parents that have felt like they children have been kidnapped as well. So you don't have any right to that, okay, people? No, you need to focus on your case. These allegations that you brought against me when you kidnapped my daughter: physical abuse and medical neglect by taking a sick child to the doctor. I didn't know there was a law that tells you how many times a sick child can go to the doctor, because sometimes it takes years to get a diagnosis. Undiagnosed medical conditions, doctors, or whoever you are. So let me tell you what they asking for: copies of any text messages, voicemails, emails, and the like received or sent by you via any means relating to the claims in this case. In this case, no, that ain't got, no, this is about people whose children have been kidnapped. My case has everything to do with Naddy Pooh. Copies of any videos, posts, photos, and the like that have been uploaded, and any that are created or uploaded between now through the closure of this case to the internet by you or featuring you relating to this case, including but not limited to the following: Facebook video posted on December 29th at 12:34. YouTube entitled "Criminals in High Places" at Clarissa Speaks the Truth, uploaded 27th. It's out there on the internet. Please you have my permission to go look at it all day long, 24/7. YouTube video entitled "Time to Expose Them All" at Clarissa Speaks the Truth, uploaded October 27th, 2022. I'm giving you my permission right now. Please go view it 24/7, any time of day or night you choose. YouTube video entitled "The State of South Carolina Has Kidnapped Nadia," uploaded October the 3rd, 2022. Once again, go look at it. YouTube entitled "Thank God for My Friends," uploaded on October the 1st. YouTube entitled "A Takedown Is Coming," uploaded September 29th. Time to pack it up. Kicking it with you again. Getting ready for the truth. It worked. Because you know you're going to be busted. YouTube, getting to the truth. Listen to this. Listen, because I want you to see this. I don't know if you can see it. Copies of the evidence referred to in those videos that you claim proves your allegations of corruption, kidnapping, and any other wrongdoing by the courts. See? By the courts. You see that? See who that came from? I want y'all to see that. By the courts. That's okay. So who you think has something to do with that? The judges that I'm calling out. Now they trying to grab all the evidence they can from me in hopes that they won't go to jail. But I'm going to try to make sure you do. The plaintiff, the state of South Carolina, and any other arm of the government, state or federal. Hey, that's something. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it until I ain't doing nothing come from DSS. Do you hear that? And all those judges, all four of them that presided over my case, I want them recused from my case. I don't want them for misconduct and corruption, which I can prove it. You got the proof. Why don't you read it? I'm going to tell you right now what one of it is. All three of them judges said, "I hereby agree that DSS made every reasonable effort to prevent removal of the minor child." That's a lie. You lied, all three of you, because guess what? When you read that sworn affidavit, that's perjury, because she lied. Guess what she said? She didn't list any reasonable efforts, because she said DSS had no knowledge of the family prior to the removal of the child. They took Naddy Pooh on December the 14th. So therefore, how could you have made any reasonable efforts? Because you didn't know us, according to you, which you lied. And I have emails. I'm gonna post these emails showing that me and Haley communicated via email. Okay, so there's the proof. Right? You got your evidence. Stop trying to harass me and intimidate me and continue to abuse your powers and try to force me to meet your demands, because I'm not doing it. And I have civil rights in this country, so I need a civil right attorney too. Now you would think that my attorney Vanessa Kaysen would be on top of this and say, "Hey, wait a minute, this lady ain't doing nothing for me." And she's a guardian ad litem. A guardian ad litem represents the children in their best interest and tries to keep the children away from the parents. So you a guardian ad litem, yet you my attorney to try to help me fight to get her back. Is that a conflict of interest as well, people? General Assembly, do you see what's going on here? You make laws for people to follow. So I'm the only one that have to follow a law in this country, in this state. Your judges don't have to, they're citizens of this state, but they don't have to follow the law. Just me. And you get mad because now I'm exposing you. So now you know these people are worried. So I'm calling the FBI on tomorrow because I know I'm going to get a better chance. I'm going to have a fairer shot with the FBI. Hopefully, and I pray that they will listen, because when a crime crosses state lines, because this is a crime, because my South Carolina General Assembly, my legislature said this case has to be closed. And it says any intervention, any state intervention into family life must be guided by law. Must be guided by law. They did not follow the law. So they broke the law. So there's several reasons. First, you went past December 11th when you took my child. You should not have done that. Second of all, Judge Tarita Dunbar lied when she said she agreed that DSS made reasonable efforts and she reviewed those affidavits. If you had read those affidavits, how could you sit up there and say that they made reasonable efforts? Because in that affidavit, there's no reasonable efforts made. No mention of any reasonable efforts we made, attempted to make, because she said Haley Rogers said she didn't know the family. So here's your evidence. Go pick up that reasonable effort affidavit, and everybody that's listening, my governor, Michael Leach, go pick up your investigators' reasonable affidavit of reasonable efforts and read it. DSS had no knowledge of the family prior to the removal of the child, which was December the 14th. Me and Haley met at a Waffle House in Malden on November the 3rd. She met my daughter at a Taco Bell and extensively interviewed her. Let me tell you what she asked her. Are you sick? Have you been sick? Now, I'm pretty much trying to remember everything specifically. What are your symptoms? My daughter told her how long she had been sick. She asked her, are you safe at home? Did you hear that? My daughter said yes. She said, how are you disciplined? My mother takes my TV and she takes my phone. Do you need anything from us? Do you need anything? No, I do not. That was November the 3rd. Left, never heard a word other when I emailed her. I reached out to her and told her she could come do a home inspection. So when she lied and said she was unable to do home studies, that's because you chose not to, because I gave you an invitation. And pull the hard drive, Pamela Bryant, as I told you in our conversation in April. Pull a hard drive, okay? FBI, you can go pull them, see if they've been tampered. We'll go pull those hard drives and see if I'm telling the truth or not. So for you to send me this harassing and intimidating and threatening letter, it's not going to work, because I know my rights in this country. So anybody that knows of any family court attorneys or anybody that's willing to step up and come fight the state of South Carolina, please send me that information. Soledad O'Brien, a matter of fact, I would love to appear on your show. I need Ricky Smiley, D.L. Hughley, because I know you, boy. Come on, I need you to help me out. Steve Harvey, I need some momentum going on my case, because I want you to see what these people are doing in the state of South Carolina. They're kidnapping children, and they got my daughter across state lines based on fraudulent paperwork and forgery and falsification of documents. Help me out. Keep sharing these posts, keep sharing these stories, because I want the world to see what the state of South Carolina, they want to focus on me and what I'm alleging about them. No, we're not dealing with that. We talking about these charges that you filed against me fraudulently, physical abuse and medical neglect. Then we'll come back to what I'm saying, because my stuff can come out in civil court. You got access. You just told me you got these videos. So why are you requesting them from me? You're trying to set me up. This is called abusive discoveries. Look at the definition. Abusive discoveries. You trying to ask me for something that you already got. Stop playing with me, okay? Because you know what they are. I put them out there for you to see them. And when you make some accusations against judges and misconduct, you better know what you're talking about. And you better have evidence. That's why I did it. And I'll take a polygraph test any day or time, as long as your people take one with me. And it has to be by an outside third party that has never ever dealt with the state of South Carolina. Let's do it. Arrange it and let me agree to it. And we'll do a polygraph test and see who lying. And I got evidence in my hand of everything I'm saying. So I need Tyler Perry, Kim Kardashian, put it on their timeline. I need y'all to come through for me. My people from Georgia and Michigan, help me out. Look what they trying to do. This is got to be stopped. Subscribe to my YouTube page at Clarissa Speaks the Truth. And let me say this. All it took was a person like me to stand up and fight these people. That's all it takes, is just for one person to be brave enough. And I'm going to share this with you. I remember when I was going to the gym and I used to cry every day to find something to relieve the pain. in the suffering that I was going through. And I picked this, but it's a bucket at the gym, and they have these positive quotes every day. This is the, because let me tell you who come first in my life. That man up there. That's the only judge I trust right now. Only judge I trust right now. And I don't trust nobody over there at that family court, Greenville County. That's who I trust. And my Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm going to be victorious in this thing. And I told y'all when I was crying in one of them videos, God said I need a lady that's going to be able to take the pain I'm going to put them through. He knew how painful that was going to be for them to take Naddy Pooh from me. He knew how much I love my child and I would never hurt her. And I've been actually taking care of both of us while we've been sick. God knows my strength and my power. I do not back down from a fight. When I know I'm right, you done wronged my children, and you've wronged me, and you wronged my children, and you kidnapped her, and that's my daughter I birthed, not yours, and you're trying to strip away my parental rights. Now you're mad, and you got your little judges over there trying to harass me. I ain't bothered by that. Because everybody in this country is not on the wrong side of the law. There's some that's on the right side. And that's who I'm looking for right now to stop these kidnappings from taking place in Greenville County, South Carolina. And I'm going to make sure that I receive justice, because you had my daughter cross state lines, and that's when the FBI can get involved in, and I'm praying that they do. So now y'all keep this thing going for me. I love y'all. Keep rallying behind me, and let's get to the bottom of this, okay? Y'all have a good day.